We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need's right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got everything we need. Moonlight on your naked skin, summer's blind us to giving. Where you wanna go, where you wanna go. Stars align onto your face, pretty sweet, your sour taste. Make me sing along, sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got everything, sharing all your deepest dreams, wonder what they really mean, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. We got everything,
Hello, 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 everyone. Just let me know that you can hear me, please. Happy Friday. Can you believe it's Friday? The end of the week. Wow. Well done, everyone. We made it. We made it. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay, you can hear me. Fantastic. Well, welcome to the Friday live chat, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Lots to get through today. All right, let's see who's here. Hello, Lydia. Connie, hello. Robert joining in from Rome. Hello from Roma. Oh, I was lucky enough to visit Rome before the world turned upside down, and it's beautiful. You know, I actually had a dream during the first lockdown that I was in Rome, and I remember waking up, and it was like, you know, when you've had a dream that just feels so real, and then you wake up and then you're just like, oh, it's back to reality. The world is still in lockdown and I can't travel. But Rome is absolutely beautiful, worth going, and if you ever get the chance to. See who else is here. Hello, Jacqueline, Fancy, Sash, Betty, Anna. Yes, Angel Voice supporting Prince Harry and his lovely angelic wife Meghan. Match made in heaven for sure. Even the haters can't deny that. They're made for each other. Hello, Robin. Hello, Joan Commonwealther. Donna Gill. Hello, Veronica. Happy beautiful Friday. C-Mac. Thank you everyone for keeping company today. Busy work day and y'all kept me sane. I'm assuming you've probably just come from Baron's podcast, right? Did Baron have a podcast today? I've been so busy that I haven't really been keeping up with everyone. So I have to go back and watch everyone else's podcasts. Hello, Betty. Hello, Caesar Q. Crystal, hello. Phil Stewart, hello. Prolena, hello. Yes, thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. Lots of great news. First bit of great news is, I guess we should start with Archewell Audio. Archewell Audio is going to be coming to us this summer. And this was confirmed by the Huffington Post. The spokesperson spoke to the Huffington Post and confirmed. So I'm just going to read what the Huffington Post said. I won't put it on the screen, I'll just read it out. But the spokesperson for Archewell Audio said, the highly anticipated new show, the first podcast for the highly anticipated new show will come out this summer. The spokesperson added that Archewell Audio was continuing to have discussions with Spotify and the company's senior leadership regarding misinformation and the importance of trust, safety, and transparency with its audience. The new statement confirms that the Royals will continue the partnership with the streaming giant. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex released a statement in January regarding Spotify's ongoing partnership with Joe Rogan, whose podcast, in their opinion, spread misinformation to millions of listeners. That they did not mention the podcast directly, but most people assumed that they were talking about the Joe Rogan podcast. So that has obviously divided opinions. If you notice, I didn't really comment on this just because I have very strong views about freedom of speech and things like that. So I'm not going to delve into my opinion about that. Obviously, Harry and Meghan feel a certain way about that, and that's their opinion, and they're entitled to their opinion. But the main crux of the story is that they will continue their relationship with Spotify regardless of that statement. And I am very excited for whatever it is that Harry and Meghan put out, because we have been waiting so long. We got the preview episode that was on when was that? Was that New Year's, around Christmas time? Oh no, it was a Christmas special. And we got to hear Archie's voice, we got to hear Harry's podcast voice. And it was very, very sweet. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing who they have on. They've obviously been working very hard. We know that they've had hires and they've been hiring extra staff. So, if anything, you can just be assured that it's going to be a very high quality and a very well put together podcast. So I'm very much looking forward to it. My point of view, thanks for many shout outs. It is rather grand to be in the company of like-minded souls. I so gleefully laughed at the news of our faves and Archewell news. Yes, it is amazing. Oh, Sandra, you missed me not being live. Oh, guys, seriously? Oh, I'm sorry. I've been very busy. Can I just say, I wasn't live yesterday, but the reason why I wasn't live was because I wrote 3,000 words for my project yesterday. My record is like 399. I was a beast yesterday. So after banging out 3,000 plus words, I was exhausted. So, and there wasn't really a lot to talk about, I don't think. So I feel like today there's actually quite a bit to talk about. But I'm sorry about that. Let's see what else you have to say. Yes, Marsha, I trust Harry and Meghan with any decision or anything they do. They've done nothing but put out quality so far. And they're now able to work with people who are dedicated to quality, are dedicated to creating impact. So why would we expect anything less than perfection? Um, hello, hello, everyone. If you're just streaming in, okay. So that's that, and we shall look forward to Archewell audio. Now on to something else. So I'm sure many of you have heard of this incident that's been going on with this child that was strip searched. Um, she's going under the name of Child Q. So this was a black girl who was strip searched. They thought that she smelt of weed, and they found nothing on her. She was also on her period at the time. And they made her put her period pad back on without letting her change it, and they made her go back to her exam. So just, I mean, she was just treated like an animal. This is not acceptable. Well, Child Q and Child Q's mother have now released a statement now that the story has pretty much blown up. And Child Q has said, I want to thank the thousands of people across the world of all backgrounds who have offered me support, both publicly and through messages conveyed to my legal team. Following everything I've been through, I know I am not alone. And Child Q's mother said, we now look to the Independent Office for Police Conduct to make sure there's an effective investigation into the officers involved so they are individually held to account and face real consequences for what they have done. I think what I find most disappointing about this, though, is that this story is almost 2 years old, and it seems like they're really only making something of it now because it went so viral. Now, somebody did organize a march that happened today, and there's been a lot of back and forth online about the state of how we react to the trauma of black girls versus black boys and men. And I think this statement that was put out by this Twitter user pretty much summed up kind of how I think a lot of people were kind of feeling. And so she said, so they're doing a march for Child Q, but they're marching for black boys and black girls. This is what irritates me. I'm not denying that what black boys go through in schools, but Child Q is a black girl, and what happened to her is a gendered issue rooted in misogynoir. And she then goes on to say, why do you guys feel the need to be inclusive of everyone when we should be focusing on the plight of black women and black girls? If they're not grouping us with black men and they're doing the whole people of color thing, it's so frustrating. When is it ever going to be about us and us only? We are targeted because we are black females, so it makes sense for us to be so it makes no sense for us to be grouped with anyone else. Can we just focus on Child Q and other black girls who have experienced the same thing or worse without mentioning others? This isn't about them. And it's no wonder why we're often pushed aside, disregarded, ignored, and unprotected. We can't even have our own marches, which are meant for us. I'm not debating anyone on this because this happens all the time. And I said what I said. Child Q is a black girl, so let's focus on black girls. Now, if you think back to the whole Black Lives Matter movement and the last kind of couple of incidences that we've had, you can probably name quite a few black males who were in incidences with police, whether it's George Floyd, Trayvon Martin. You probably can't as easily name black women. It took a lot for Breonna Taylor's name to be known. And there is definitely this disconnect when it comes to the fact that black women march and put ourselves in the firing line so often for the community, and yet it's not reciprocated. And I think that with this Child Q case, it's kind of people are finally starting to have this conversation. So for me personally, if there is a fundraiser going on, I'm happy to donate to this fundraiser, and I'm going to keep looking out see if there's anything being done in terms of getting this girl some money or some money or some funds. But I think it really is important that, like what this woman is saying, that if there's an issue with a black girl, that we focus on black girls, because so often we are ignored, even by our own community. And I love that we are finally having this discussion. Hello, Connie. This is heartbreaking. I honestly dislike what's being done to Black girls in general. Yeah. Cho Desi, it's similar to Juliana Rancic, former E! News presenter, said to Zendaya red carpet event, she smells like patchouli, similar to weed smell. She was let go and she apologized. She was let go. Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, how can you just look at someone and, okay, they've got dreads, so they smell like weed? I mean, it's just such a small-minded thing to say. But these are the assumptions that always, come, unfortunately, with being a Black woman. Everything about us is politicized or attached to some kind of stereotype. So that is that, and I just hope that people do respect Child Q's anonymity. But it also came out following this that searches of children are actually not as uncommon as people think. So somebody did a freedom of request to the police, and they found that over 9,000 strip searches were conducted on children. This includes over 2,000 on children under 16. In the past 5 years, the Met Police conducted over 50,000 strip searches on Black people. So 33% of strip searches were conducted on Black people, when 11% of Londoners are Black. And 27% of strip searches, over 40,000, were conducted on white British people, who make up 44% of Londoners. So obviously, more searches for Black people than for white people. And, does that come down to some kind of bias? Probably yes. So obviously this is a problem, and I really think it needs to be looked into, this whole issues of strip searches on children. I mean, yeah, this is definitely just something that needs to be looked into, because that's just not right to me. And also, if this is happening, and if this is happening without their parents' knowledge, because in the case of Child Q, her parents were not called. So I hope, if anything good comes out of this, is that they can look at this in more detail. Vinny, I think Child Q has been in therapy since this thing happened. Both her and her mum have been traumatized to do much about it. Yeah, because going through all of this must be bringing about more trauma. It's very, very sad. Okay, so that's that. Sorry for the sad news. Onto something a little bit more positive. Harry put out a statement for Sant'Abale. It's a little bit small on the screen there, so I'm going to open up my phone and try and read some of it out to you. Okay, so Harry said in his statement, and this is also signed by Prince Sesiso. He said, once again, the past year has proven to be deeply difficult for many people, and organizations such as Sant'Abale have faced many challenges. We are grateful that the whole Sant'Abale team has stepped up to keep delivering exceptional support for children and young people in need across Lesotho and Botswana. The reality is that existing inequalities have been deepened or exacerbated during the last 2 years. This has created a compound effect, as COVID-19 and HIV epidemics are intrinsically intertwined in many ways. He then goes on to say, in the face of adversity, we both continue to be inspired by the resilience and adaptability of Lesotho and Botswana's vibrant communities. We are proud of all that Sant'Abale has achieved, and our personal commitment remains as strong as ever. We believe the organization continues to be well positioned and ready to play out its part in helping children and people thrive. So I will post the whole of that later if you want to read it in detail, but I think you pretty much got the gist of it. And it just shows that the work for Harry and Meghan continues. And it also reminds us that they were doing the work, they've been doing the work for some time, because Sant'Abale as we know, Harry founded when he was 19. So that is that. Cho, the appalling statement made from one black bencher is disgusting to think only an apology was appropriate. Her message just for flat catering to the government wimp. Oh, was this something that was said by someone in the House of Commons? I didn't see that. But that is pretty horrid if that's what she said. Okay, we have a we have a troll. Thank you so much for the troll for coming into the chat and putting our views up. Thank you. Oh, Julianne, good afternoon, everyone. I need prayers. My mum is very sick. Oh, I'm so sorry for that. Prayers to you, my dear. Prayers to you. I hope she recovers. Shill Stewart, Florida has a history of roughly treatment of black girls. Well, there are studies on the adultization of little black girls and the way they're treated. So this is something that's I feel like it's something that's been known, but nobody's ever really made a big deal out of it or looked into it because the plight of black girls are so often ignored, even by our own community. And you see it in the kind of the way in which, you know, you saw a global reaction to George Floyd or Trayvon Martin, and like almost silence for, you know, Breonna Taylor, or I think was it Sandra Bland. So I'm glad that we're having this conversation now. So it's no secret the Met Police is grossly corrupt for decades. A report has been detailed for years. Yeah, but they cover for each other. They cover for each other. So Sunshine, I feel they see so many black women becoming successful and have gained status and a place they don't feel we deserve or are entitled to. I think they want to destroy us one black girl at a time. Well, I've always said this in regards to Meghan, and I know that there are some people in the black community who really have this thing where, you know, they don't see Meghan as black, they just see her as biracial. And here's my thing: regardless of how you see Meghan, she was treated by the British establishment the way they treat black people. Whether or not you see her as black or biracial, she was treated by the establishment as a black person. That is how they treated her. Okay. Vinny, if this had happened to my daughter, I would not be here with you all now because I would have acted first and thought about it later. I get so incensed about stuff. Yeah. Well, I feel like people have really rallied around this one, and I hope that she will get the help that she needs. So that was Harry's statement. Also, continuing with the work, Harry and Meghan continue with their support of Ukraine, and they have made donations through Archewell to several different foundations, including Haste, the Halo Trust, and through media such as the Kyiv Independent, supported through organisations like We Are Europe. And they continue their work with World Central Kitchen. World Central Kitchen are on the ground and are helping to get meals to Ukrainians, and the World Health Organization to assist with the local humanitarian response. So a much more hands-on and literally out of their own pocket response in comparison to William, who, let's just remind ourselves of what William said.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's lots more than financial.
Yeah. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
Yeah, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, we've got millions. but we'll just give you the odd smile here and there and just show up for a photo op. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Congratulations to Elaine Parker. Wait, why are we congratulating Elaine Parker? I'm gonna have to scroll up. Sorry, I missed that. Elaine Parker, I missed what you said. Because I'm gonna tell me why we're congratulating Elaine Parker. Do we have a baby? A new dog? Someone please explain. Wait, I can see she hasn't arrived yet. Who's the she? My computer's being really funny. Yeah, a smile here and there. That's all that William can give. Yes, he's ignorant anyway, Annie. You can only give a smile who wants to see his yellow teeth. Yeah. I don't understand how William has the worst teeth and Catherine has flawless teeth. I'll give her that. I just don't understand, like, are they not going to the same dentist? Vinny, the Royal Foundation has no money to donate and the Lanebridges will not be donating their personal money. Well, does anybody know where the money from the Royal Foundation comes from? Doesn't it come from sales of, like, what was that thing that Catherine did? Hold Still. Like, isn't that where their money comes from? Oh, Elaine, your great-granddaughter. Oh, congratulations. That is amazing. A baby girl? What a blessing. Congratulations, Elaine. Very happy for you. Okay, so yes, that is that. Archewell Foundation on the ground in Ukraine. Now, another interesting story. Camilla has been given the National Theatre, which was Meghan's former patronage, and all I have to say to the National Theatre is good luck to you. Good luck to you. You're gonna need it. And if you all remember, this picture of Meghan, so this was the trip that she made to the National Theatre on her farewell tour, and they were accusing her of stealing attention from Camilla as if it's so hard for making the appearance. Mind you, there were only a couple of pictures released from Meghan's appearance that day, not even video. So it's not like it's exactly hard to outdo Camilla or anyone else in that family. But they have now given her patronage to Camilla, and I mean, we know that the royals don't really do anything for their patronages. But I would also say that the National Theatre should have just done more to stick up for Meghan at the time. I think one of the only patrons that said anything positive or actually made it be known that they wanted to keep Meghan was, I think, SmartWorks and Mayhew. And I think Meghan still works with SmartWorks and Mayhew. So, yeah. That is that. And yeah, we'll see what happens with the National Theatre, because theatre and performing arts really suffered during Mr. C because of the lockdowns. So they need all the help that they can get. And if it was me and I was working for the National Theatre, I would have just said, stuff it. And we're going to stick up for Meghan. We don't care about the backlash, because now all of the people who were brave enough to stick up for Meghan when it mattered are reaping the benefits. The Royal Foundation gets money from wealthy donors. Last year, the government gave them the money people had donated for Mr. C relief. Okay, thank you. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, and just a reminder, everyone, please do not go and watch Thomas Markle's channel. Just don't do it. There's nothing to see there. Nothing. Okay, so that's that. The We're Not a Racist family tour is still going ahead. Now, it's come out that the Bahamas will absorb the cost of the royal visit, including accommodation and meals for the couple and their staff, whereas Jamaica said no. And this was according to the permanent secretary of the office, Jack Thompson. So don't know how people in the Bahamas feel about that. Oh, hello, Dorothy Ross. You're not late at all, darling. Thank you for coming. So I don't know how people in the Bahamas feel about that. Oh, Belize is protesting. What, actually protesting? Are there pictures? Please do share. I'm glad somebody is protesting. Meghan just gave a grant to one of her patronages, and I'm sure the National Trust would have liked that grant. Yeah, well, that ship has sailed. But yeah, they're going ahead with a We Are Not a Racist family tour. And despite the fact that there are growing calls in the Caribbean to cut ties with the monarchy as they fly out, and we know that this is just one last desperate attempt. There was this picture that came out from, I think this was something to do with St. Patrick's Day. Like there was an event that Catherine went to, and she was touching this little biracial girl's hair. And I mean, the "don't touch my hair" memes on Twitter, I feel like every Black person understands, like, please do not touch my hair. I mean, this is just getting desperate. I've never seen her do this. I don't really know what's going on here, but it's just very cringe. Star Rose, Jamaica is paying for security. The tour was cut from 12 to 7 days as a result. Oh, wow, I didn't hear about that. Thank you for letting us know. I mean, just cancel the whole thing, right? Cancel the whole thing. Nobody wants them there. A waste of everybody's time and money. Rochelle, do I sit? No, I don't skip your comments on purpose, sweetheart. I don't skip them on purpose at all. It's just there's so many coming in at the same time. I can't read everyone's. But if you had a comment and you really want me to read it out, please do let me know. Or write it again, because it just means that I may have missed it. Because I have to kind of cut between reading your comments and talking about the story. And then also, like, if you saw the back end of StreamYard, you'd understand. But I don't skip your comments on purpose. Yeah, because Cinderella, the only thing Camilla can contribute to theatre is drama. Exactly. Yes, C-Mac, I'm not a dog. Keep your hands out of my hair. I hate that mess. And I have literally never seen her do this. That's the weird thing. I believe the Black woman in front of you can see like someone's hand with the flowers. I think that's the child's mother. Yeah, that little girl is thinking, "Mummy, please get me out of here." Gentle kisses. If Meghan was there with that child, she would have been smiling. Kate touching her is like, "Leave me alone, don't touch my hair." Yeah, children literally run towards Meghan. They literally run towards her. Yeah, she'll no touching hair. Like they're just trying too hard. It just shows how out of touch she is. You never touch our hair without permission. We do not. We are not to be petted. Exactly. I'm not pets. Don't touch my hair. Hello, Naughty Doctor. How are you? Camilla started itching to the National Theatre as soon as Meghan left. They actually wanted to keep Meghan. The Daily Mail kept reporting the contrary. Now we all know who really want. Yeah. I feel like this was just a plan all along. Sistren, why are they going in the first place? What is the purpose of the Lanebridges visit? Have they even donated funds to the islands that were affected by hurricanes? That's a good question, and the answer is probably no, because they never donate to anything. They didn't even donate to the flooding that happened in the UK. So I don't see them donating to anything to do with hurricanes in the Caribbean. I mean, it's like you'd think that the storms and flooding in the UK the other week didn't even happen because no one in the royal family said anything. Catherine, the Broadway Fund would welcome Meghan's support. I'm sure they would. Maybe we'll see them getting some support. I mean, Archewell right now is Archewell Audio and Netflix, so that's that's TV and film via Netflix. So could we see like Archewell, expand into live shows, into things like Broadway, possibly, and a good entry point in that would be a good entry point into that community would possibly be giving them some kind of fund. So maybe. Terry, I saw an article that Ford Fiesta is following in Meghan's shoes by speaking at the UN. She was sitting at a table that's no press coverage. Well, we mentioned this the other day, and it just shows the hypocrisy of the royals that Meghan had to give up her UN title because it was seen as too political. They've sent Sophie. And to be honest with you, I feel like a lot of squaddies are even the reason that anybody's even talking about it. Because most of the mainstream press isn't even paying attention to it. There's hardly any pictures coming out. So I think this is one of those occasions where, for the most part, we just need to learn to ignore when it comes to things like that. We shouldn't be the ones giving them press. But yes, she has been in New York talking to the UN. Marsha, I think the unroyals touch black children and use black people as props to pee off the Sussex squad while it's working, and will cancel them. Do you think they do it for that reason, or do you think that this is just a way of them trying to prove that we are very much not a racist family? Because it was from that point after the Oprah interview where this kind of kicked into high gear. So I don't know if they're doing it to piss off the squad, to be honest. I generally think they think that this is a good PR move to not make themselves look bad, and it's just making them look worse, actually. Because you can't use black people as props and then have nothing to say about issues that affect black people or people of color in general. Sister, and some of the islands are still recovering from hurricane devastation, but they've got money for a tour. Okay. That's interesting. Crystal J, yes, that's the child's mother. The little girl gave Judith flowers, then ran back and took them away from her. What? That's why she was trying to be friendly, touching her hair. Oh, that's so interesting. Thank you so much, Crystal J. Is there footage of this going around? that child was not playing ball. Okay, well that explains it then. It wasn't just like a random moment. Okay, that makes me feel slightly less annoyed about it when you put it that way. But it's still like, can you just not? Did you remember the first visit to the Queen? The corgi warmed up to her, but barked at Harry. Positive energy from even a dog. Oh, I don't remember seeing that, but that's very sweet if it happened. Apparently, Piers Moron and Osborne are getting a talk show. Oh dear. Well, I mean, Piers Morgan's last talk show for CNN flopped. And Sharon Osbourne has kind of been flicking from one place to the other. So, in a way, I kind of want them to get their own show because I just think it will flop. Oh, thank you, Helena. Have a great weekend. Oh, thank you so much, Naughty Doctor, for the super sticker. Happy Friday. Dorothy, I read the paper today that Piss Moron had been having a go at Meghan again. Well, all he can do is have a go at Meghan. I mean, are people going to listen to him if he has anything else to say? What else does he have to say, really? Marsha, I see Archewell branching off into full-blown movies. I see an Archewell Studios in the future like Tyler Perry. I do also. I do. I mean, the sky's the limit for them. Yes, CZQ, there are some things that we need to ignore. There really was no reason for anybody to be giving attention to Ford Fiesta because even the media wasn't giving attention to her. Yeah, Sylvia, I have said it all along. The Sussex Squad family should stop giving press to those left on the island. I mean, it depends on the situation. I feel like sometimes it is worth talking about certain things, but something like Ford Fiesta in New York, like stuff like that, I would not be talking about stuff like that going forward. Okay, so that is that. Just checking what else I had. Okay, I didn't actually have anything else Harry or Meghan related, but I wanted to end on a positive story, and I did see this come up on Twitter. For the first time in history, the world's top architecture prize has gone to a black winner. Oh my gosh, I'm going to absolutely butcher his name. I think it's Bedo Francis Kere of Burkina Faso. His buildings are a true testament to the beauty of working for and with local communities, local materials, and homegrown uniqueness. And what stunning architecture indeed! Modern meets traditional. And congratulations to this man for his incredible work and talent. And it's great to see African architects and architectural talent being honoured in this way. So, positive news story to end with. I will go through your comments and then we will call it an evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And yes. Oh, and thank you for the super sticker, Nutty Doctor. Okay. Mia, can you do a chart of how many black props have the UK Unroyals been using since Harry and Meghan interview? Do you know what? I've got all the receipts in a folder and I could probably make like a whole collage. Yeah, I might do that. Oh, Sylvia, Harry said in the engagement interview, the Queen's corgis came right up to Meghan wagging their tails. Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. Actually, Dr. Chris has no new topic to talk about. He'll probably die with Meghan's name on his lips, probably. And I hope Meghan never, ever, ever, ever acknowledges him. That would just be the best medicine, because the more he goes on, the more people are just asking, hang on a minute, bro. She doesn't even talk about you. This is a one-sided battle. Hello, Joseph. Welcome to the tea party. Bright eyes. I scroll past these squaddy accounts giving press to the unroyal family. No engagement. Yeah. It should just be when it's necessary. It shouldn't be for, you know, events where they just show up to sit and nod and listen to a presentation and wave their hands and cut ribbons. All the Impossible. The Bahamas is made up of 700 islands. Which one of the islands are they visiting? I guess Grand Bahama. Yeah, it's probably just the main one, where all the most populated, I'm assuming. Because I mean, how many of those 700 islands are even populated? Lucy Wynn, Sharon believed she could be on US TV and talk down to an American and remain relevant is delusional. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why she thought that. Well, thank you for the super sticker, Dorothy Ross. Thank you very much. Yes, gentle kisses. Cats and dogs know who is good and who is bad. They've got a very good sixth sense. Absolutely. A lot of people will be dying to be on Archewell Audio podcast, but it's not for the mediocre. I am so excited to see who they're going to have on Archewell Audio. I mean, I've got some guesses. I've got guesses in terms of the type of people who would be on. So people, you know, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, celebrities who are involved in impactful work. It's just difficult to pinpoint like the who's and how those conversations will be molded. But I guess we'll find out soon, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, I'm going to give somebody the last word. Okay, Connie, I will give you the last word. Good night and have a nice weekend. It is 10 p.m. Thank you, Duchess of Success. Thank you to Connie and everyone else for showing up. We appreciate the hard work. I appreciate that you come here from Switzerland. Wow. All the way from Switzerland. Thank you so much, Connie, and everyone. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And I'll play us out with some music today. Thank you so much. Ciao.